But if y'all up late, it's my daytime. It's almost about 10 a.m. over here. But I wanted to give y'all some updates because y'all saw I posted some stuff on the community talking about why I left the U.S. and I just wanted to fill y'all in. So hopefully y'all get these notifications, and hopefully it ain't too late. Y'all wake up and check this live out. If not, no problem. You can hit it on the playback. I'll be doing stuff, probably a post every day anyway. So, you know, uh, just wanted to update y'all. What's up? What's up over there? Who's that? Y'all know I gotta get my over 50s on. I got my Bruce Lee shades on right now. See Marie in the house. What up? What up? Uh, what's this other? Let me see what this other one is. Yep. Devari Greenwood. I hope I said that right. Apotha, something. This cherry. Shalom. Uh, yeah. I'm glad that y'all popping up in here. I hope my feed is good. The Wi-Fi over here is cool, but I got a lot to share with y'all. It's a trip. So y'all gonna get a mix of why I left, but then also you're gonna get like overseas survival tips and overseas preparedness tips. And you're gonna get some inspiration, motivation, and you're gonna get some, you know, probably balance it out with, yo, this is what's going on all over the world kind of thing. But I don't want y'all to take y'all eye off the ball uh, with everything that's going on. People say like, yo, I'm glad you got up out of here, Major. Nah, you could get up out of somewhere and run right into something too. So it ain't like that. You know, it's really about, okay, awesome on the audio and visuals. I appreciate that. You could, and if y'all see me sweating, you know, over here it's hot. This is how Nelly created that song. He must have been in Vietnam, okay? So ain't no joke with this heat. It just humid heat. You just sitting down chilling in the shade, sweating like you've been running a race. You know what I'm saying? But humidity's high over here. Um, nah. Listen, y'all. I didn't leave permanently. I got visa over here for 5 years. Y'all know my wife Vietnamese, so it's easy. We got residents over here, um, and we doing some moving some asset stuff around. So part of coming here was for some treatments. There's a actually I got it inside, and I'll show that to y'all in another live. They got like a blood pressure fix, natural treatment. So that's one reason. And two, so you don't have to be on no blood pressure medicine. But also that blood pressure medicine too. Just know if you do a 2 mile walk every day, you can tone that down just naturally too. So you don't have to take pills or anything. But I should have brought me a towel. I should have known better. But look, we're over here handling some business. My wife ain't seen her family in like four years, so taking care of that. Also wanted to hip y'all to what it's like overseas in a so-called third world country. Um, I'm gonna show y'all some a mix of stuff on these videos we're gonna be doing from over here, and I'll probably start doing some on my new channel so we can go on and boost that up. But it's nothing what you've been shown in the media about other countries. Um, Sometimes you find more freedom in the places that they tell you the worst. Um, Depends on how you can, you know, uh, be okay in the surroundings though. Like for example, you know, while I'm here, I'm gonna show y'all some $1 million villas. And from the neighborhood look, you're not gonna think it's $1 million spot, but because of the location close to the airport, so on and so forth, it's $1 million spot. I'm gonna show y'all some vehicles like this one over here, that Audi right there. Okay, the normal mode of transportation and motorbikes. Okay, but when you got a vehicle over here, you doing some things. That's not a common theme to have a nice vehicle. So that Audi right there costs about $130 over here. So something that might cost us 60 in the States, that bad boy is 130K over here, like real money. What's up, Jax? So, and I'll just share some info with you. Most of your houses over here, concrete, they look like this, uh, kind of concrete looking to go up like this. You know what I'm saying? This is how much grass you gonna get over here. That's it. You ain't big on front yards and stuff. And this is how your security gate will look. That's your security gate. So ain't nobody getting up in your spot. But anyway, and of course over here, everybody, before you go in the house, you take your shoes off. Some little stuff I was just showing, making y'all hip to. Let me take these off so I can see what's going on. These are cool looking, but can't see worth the you know what. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of update y'all real quick. And I'm over here handling some business. We have a couple of businesses over here, and if things, I'm over here trying to mellow out too. So I'm on serious jet lag. I made the mistake this AM of sipping on some Vietnamese coffee, and I wasn't paying attention. And they got the real coffee, y'all, not the Quick Trip, not the racetrack coffee. They got the real stuff. So it put me on super buzz mode, and I was about to fall out. So I'll go over some coffee stuff with y'all. We gonna get into a bunch while I'm over here, like food stuff. Y'all gonna see all kind of crazy stuff. Y'all gonna be like, say what? Major? They do what? Yeah. So that's what you're gonna be checking out. Yeah, I'll give you a house tour in a little bit. Everybody in there chilling. I'll give you a house tour. You're gonna see a couple of different house tours. I guess this would be my MTV cribs. Vietnamese Vietnamese MTV cribs over here. But I'll give y'all a tour. Probably not on this vid. I was gonna make this live a little short, but that's a good look. I appreciate that. Yeah, that real coffee. Like you don't even understand. Like better just be drinking this much. And the number one coffee over here is iced coffee, not hot. Hot is more of a, Starbucksy version of it. We got Starbucks over here. We got McDonald's. We got KFC. All the stuff to ruin the country, but it's over here. They got Baskin and Robbins. It's even a Dunkin' Donuts. The worst donuts in the world. They're gonna come transplant over here to show the world, oh, this is good donuts. But they don't know no better. So it is what it is. They making money over here. Jax, I is tired. Ain't no look to it. I is tired. I'm on super, the plane ride over here. It comes to about 22 hours. So we just got in this. Let's see, last night about midnight. Over here, you come through the airport, and I got some footage. I'm gonna try to chop up a little footage, and I shot a little bit in the airport, so y'all can kind of see what's going on at the in Vietnam, the Ho Chi Minh airport. But the worst part of I love dropping in to Vietnam and getting off the plane, because over here there's no terminal gate, so they roll up the stairs, right? And you walk down on the tarmac. So as you're walking to the shuttle buses, you're surrounded by all these gigantic jets and 757 jumbo. You're surrounded by everything. You get to see exactly how large these monsters are. Man, I love stuff like that. You get to see the operations on the ground while they move and stuff. It's like an orchestrated chaos over here, but they get it did. So that's always a fun part of my travels overseas and they put the stairs to get off the plane at the front and back. So no matter if you're at the back of the plane, where I normally that's where my seats are, always at the back. That's the safest part of the aircraft to be in, is the rear. Is to when you exit, they open both doors, the back doors and the front. So you ain't gotta wait till everybody in the front get off before you get off the plane. Then you get to walk down on the ground, look up at the planes, be like, yo, this is stupid. I didn't know them jet engines was bigger than my house. You know what I'm saying? And it's a pretty dope entrance as usual. And then, but the other funny thing is, uh, the people, they don't have the mannerisms we do over here, so they just gonna push and step in front of you. But as I'm over here, I always help the elderly ladies with their luggage and stuff. So then it gets contagious, and then other people start helping them. So it's kind of a cool segue from America. Nobody pays attention to your help a lot of times too. I'm a brown cat over here. I don't use the word black to describe myself, but being brown, you know what I'm saying, you actually stand out a little bit more. So people more prone to see you and look at us as kind of a celebrity, like seriously like a celebrity, as opposed to enemy of the state or something. So it's very cool place to visit. Y'all put that on your map. I know Jack. She said ain't no safe place on the airplane. Well, if you look at the statistics, I can't even talk right, y'all. The statistics. Y'all know I flunked Kenny McGarden. The statistics sound like an old Larry Holmes boxer, Mike Tyson. Yo, the statistics. So, yeah, there are. Listen, even on the plane, there's some better places to be than not. If the plane gonna crash and you do end up surviving, you probably was at the aft part of the plane, the rear. You ain't gonna be looking too sharp over the wings, and you ain't gonna be looking too sharp over the nose, up by the cockpit first class, because they're gonna break off. But if it fall in the ocean, like Jack said, ain't no safe place on the airplane. So it is what it is. There ain't no safe place on the planet, for that matter. Yeah, getting my copter thrill. Hey, you bought a hat?
Yeah. How do you think?
It's okay. It look good. Let's see. Yeah, it look okay. Say hello.
Hello.
All right, all right. Yeah, so that's sister right there. Over here, yeah, the culture is way different. So somebody made a comment, yo, Major, can I come with you and be your nanny for the babies? And I said, well, it's funny because we don't need them over here because all your family is the nanny. Um, the family live in this whole house. It's about 4 floors. So everybody up in here, that's how we get down over here is like you helping each other, developing, building together, all kind of stuff. We'll go over that later, but that's the culture over here. Is like no matter what your economic status is, your family be with you, helping you. You get sick, somebody coming to help you. You you get you get hurt, they coming. So it's wonderful being in something, you know, like that atmosphere, because in the states, your family ain't hardly coming to help you. If you're on your deathbed, they might be at your funeral though, but might not get that help at the deathbed. But yeah, it's a lot of cool aspects over here, and I'll break those out to y'all in these lives, just to get so y'all can get a refresher to know the world it ain't a bad place everywhere. America's cool too when you make it cool. You know what I'm saying? Uh, See that fly bigger than a bumblebee. That's another thing. The bugs is big over this way. So, um, but you know, it's a whole bunch of different things. And look, right now my brain ain't keeping up with my mouth. Yeah, not my mouth keeping up with my brain. Right, my brain ain't even keeping up with my mouth. So that's why I'm kind of stuttering. I'm on extra dope jet lag. I'm on uh, tired to the fourth power. Forget about pi. You can multiply that times two. Was it 3.14? I'm on 6.18. 6 points. I'm on 6.28. Can't even calculate right now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, live like Jack said. Live your best life. Um, y'all know how I've been talking. I put my money where my mouth is because when I say don't be scared, be prepared stuff, and then I go off traveling across the world. Well, I'm gonna do that anyway, but then I'm televising it so y'all can know. Do your journey. You know, that's what it comes down to. Don't be stuck in a rut just because, oh, you can't travel. Look, you think you could come overseas and get sick or die from something. Like I always say, you could go in your shower and slip on a banana peel you didn't know was there. And that could be your lights out situation. So it's all about doing your narrative. And I'm going to keep on every live, I'm going to hammer it home. I'm going to concrete that. You live your narrative. What's gonna happen to your other place in America? Somebody can take your stuff and blah blah blah. You gone and all this drama could happen. It is what it is. I mean, come on, man. Whatever I got, I can get again. I've been a millionaire before, lost all that times two, got it back, went sideways, lost again, did this, did that. You know, it is what it is. You just keep pushing with this physical vehicle till you get up out of here. But don't spend all your mental and also your spiritual capital trying to do all this physical stuff too. Because that can cut down your lifespan too. And meaning not your physical lifespan. We so stuck on the physical lifespan. What if there was a spiritual lifespan you was cutting down on? Or, you know, energy, spiritual type of situation that we was debiting from all the time and we don't know it, because there's some reason why they want us to always be in peril, and almost like it's energy floating around in the world, right? And somewhere these energy vampires are collecting it all for something, and then they're stealing mine and yours because they know what's going on. They know why you need to use that and what it's for. So I'm not even sure if that's what's going on. That's just from the you know, major 101 or something. That's just from all these Asians walking around here. Hold on, they everywhere, man. They just be walking everywhere. Y'all know this one.
Hello.
That's my wife. So,
Hello.
Yeah.
I'm back home.
Yeah, you back home?
I'm back home now.
Yeah. Asians everywhere, people everywhere, see? Alright. So anyway, yeah, she back home after 4 years. She ain't been back. So they over, I don't know what they doing. Where y'all riding bikes?
Water?
Oh, you going too?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
Hey,
Alright.
watch out for a boy.
Where is
she? She don't want baby to play with her toys.
Can you go tell her one more time?
I so many times.
But she'll be alright. She'll be alright. Who's in there? Bob?
Yeah, and her mom.
Okay. Alright, I'll be off here in a minute. Okay. Yeah, so where's all yours? You not suiting up? You want to be brown like me? So over here, they like to stay white color because I'm not, you know what, I'll get into that. I'm getting off subject matter, which is my style anyway. But since my wife been around me so long, she don't care about getting brown. If y'all know about modern Asian people, not the ancestor Asiatic people, because they look like me. They browner than me. So I met some Vietnamese darker than me. So they all over here. You just don't see them in the media. But anyway, the women over here, part of the culture is to dress up as hot as all get out, okay? But they will put on long sleeve everything, cover up everything so that they don't get get brown from the sun, right? Because over here they started this new thing where if you look, whereas in America, if a Caucasian person is more tan, they appear to be wealthier because they got more time to sunbathe, right? But over here it's the opposite. the darker they trick them into believing the darker that you are, the more you look like a servant or somebody working outside in the fields. So if you're brighter white color, that means you have the time to be inside, relaxing in the AC, enjoying your life. So they got these narratives all over the world, y'all. They got them thinking most Vietnamese you got to look white color to look wealthy. But then you go where we from, America, and it's look tan, you look wealthy. And then over here, if you live in the mountains, you poor. You're one of the poorest people in town. Over there where we at in the US, you wealthy because you got a house in the mountains. So you see they got these, I'm telling you y'all, this is Matrix 5.0 on steroids. Not to the third power. Yeah, maybe to the third or fourth power. Um, so so I'm telling y'all, write your own narrative. Um, be who you are. If you don't know who you is, go find that out first before you start writing your narrative. Because you be done wrote the wrong narrative for who you are if you don't know who you is, and then you be off on down another rabbit's hole. So make sure you get around to the part where you can zero out long enough, like where you can get out of your normal element, zero out, so you can find yourself first. Then when you do that, then you can start writing that narrative, how you want things to play out for you. Don't worry about the rest of the world. Don't worry about they gonna do this and do that, blow up, boom, 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 all this and that. Okay, fine. Well, if they gonna do that over here, I'm gonna be where I was supposed to be when it happened. If they gonna do that in Korea, if they gonna do that over here, over there, it ain't gonna even matter, man. It's gonna be what it is, where it is. So either you gonna, like I said, write your own narrative and go out with your boots tied tight, your head up, like what up? Yeah, I know what time it is. Or you gonna cower, hunker down everywhere. There's a time to hunker down. There's a time to go. There's a time to stay put, and there's a time to run. Whatever it is, what it is. You just do what you need to do when you need to do it. But let's make sure we're not inadvertently run into a worse place or run into some place that's not necessary just because we're fearful. And that's what I'm kind of. But anyway, back to Vietnam. Let's see, I'm 22 minutes, so I could go for like 30, 35 minutes. Yeah, I left. Somebody asked me, why did you leave? I left because I can. Simple. It's a catchy, if your mind is seeing a lot of stuff where people on YouTube are saying they left America, then my title would make you think, dang, he just got up and left because something bad is coming. Something always bad coming. It's always incoming. But something always good could be incoming too. And just like one of the last lives I did in the States, I was talking about why it's so hard to be happy. It's like you've been trained not to be joyful or happy-go-lucky. It's like we always negative, got a couple of spots where we can be happy. They train us, you can be happy on a holiday. You can be happy on your birthday. You can do all this stuff. But we can't just generally be in good spirits because all the stuff, the contaminants they throwing at us. But, we got if we get our mind in the right context of what our narrative is after finding out who we is personally and start writing that narrative, even if it's 1, 2, 3, then you can get out of the grip of all that negativity. You say, Major, you using all that new age. Man, I don't care what you call it. If it worked for your life, it worked. If it don't, time to find a new route. You know what I'm saying? Detour, let's get back on and then find another route. But I think, for me anyway, my route is, I'm on a journey. So I'm going to go see, I got to make it over to Egypt. And I got to make it to some other spots I want to get to, Ethiopia and so on and so forth. So right now I'm not far from there right now. So maybe that we see if that can happen. I got a lot of stuff to do over here already, so I'm gonna get that stuff handled. But I hope me doing what I do is like inspirational. Even if worse times come up on us, you still need something to draw back on and be able to grab it and use it for fuel. So that's what I'm trying to do. Like live now. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got but now. We on this live right now. You ain't got but now. Right this minute. So in your thoughts, you got to start populating. Every day should be you're trying to populate, and that's the only word I can use in English, the most positive thoughts that apply to you in an effort to have a bank account of positivity big enough to propel you through this negativity. That's really what it boils down to. It boils down to that mental game has to be on par with the physical plane that you're trying to create. Because if not, and I know I done ventured into some other stuff. I'm gonna talk about Vietnam. I'm gonna show y'all the streets over here. I'm gonna show y'all some multi-million dollar stuff, and I'm gonna show you some look like some $1 stuff. I mean, it go from one extreme to the other over here. But going back to what I was talking about, so that we can grasp, you know, somebody might ask me, so Major, how you just get up over there like that? Just do that. My mind been already working this stuff. Your mental acuity got to be up on par with the physical plane that you're trying to create, and you got to think those thoughts long enough for it to materialize into the stuff that you're trying to materialize. Now, you know, I would say we are all gods, lower G. Using that word, you know, it's a title word, so I'm using it loosely, but, you know, the word Lord and God are titles given unto men. They're not actually the word for the Most High or whatever, you know, whatever version you use it. But I'm just trying to describe. So, you know, we are gods. We have the ability to create. Just look at everything that you touch every day being created from someone's thoughts. Now, I know a lot of people would say, Major, be careful with that. No, I can't be careful with that one, because if I deny that, then I deny the power that even moves me around the world, like right now. Or I'll deny the power that I actually have on the physical plane. So I'm not going to do that. It's been taking me too long to build up the thought energy to be able to do this stuff that I do on a consistent basis. So that's why I'm sharing this with y'all, and I think it's usable and doable by anybody who can be willing to put in the work and the effort to do more work. Like most people go work out, try to get that workout in, right? Well, what you need to be doing is getting that workout in up here. I'm about to get off in about 10 more minutes. Did we bring my phone holder?
No.
What kind of place is this? Well, I gotta hold this phone. They brought some stuff from the store, so. But that working out this is more important than working out the physical, because if you try to work out the physical without this, you're gonna keep coming to the same crossroad of not completing your goal like you thought you'd be able to achieve it. The reason why them New Year's resolutions don't work is because we don't work this out. We just work out this. And it's always, dang, my eye, y'all see that? Your boy tired. See my eye? But anyway, you gotta work that. All you need is like 3 sentences in your narrative to work on every day. It could be 3 short sentences. And you gotta get somewhere quiet. Get somewhere where you can be alone. It's good like at 5 a.m. when everything is still and quiet on the whole block, in the house, everywhere. That's the only times I was able to focus. My goal was to sit and think about nothing. I did that for 1 year. Like, my goal was to sit and think about nothing. And trust me, I'm gonna talk about Vietnam more, but I gotta get y'all this. So if there's some place y'all want to go or somewhere y'all want to be, this is how you do it. So to be able to control your thoughts, you have to be able to sit down, be quiet, and let all of those images that you done been programmed into seeing in your mind, first you got to let them all play out, because your mind can't even be quiet yet because we're too busy with all this programming, right? And then at the same time, you can't even figure out this stuff unless somebody kind of guides you through it. So your mind is doing all these images, and it won't never be clear or quiet. It'll just keep moving. You'll be like, man, how am I supposed to focus? All these images. Let it keep playing out till it get tired. Every night do the same thing over and over again. And your goal is to try to figure out how you can close your eyes and make it look like you're looking at a black. I used a black movie screen, as I got my eyes closed because I can see the black movie screen right now. I used that image to make me be able to think zero thoughts. And it takes some practice every night for over a month to get this going. Once you get to that part, then you can start using your imagination to apply the picture of what you want your life to start looking like onto that black screen of no thoughts and no images. This is the key. I'm going to get into this a little later, but I'm going to stop it right there. And I'm not going to go too deep with that. We'll do some more of that later, but that's like your basic workup into, you want to travel overseas and go do some things. That's how I had to generate it. So anyway, I just wanted to let y'all know we still on that mind work. We still on that shadow boxing. You know, you boxing in the shadows, because that the plane that you need to be on to recognize what's going on ain't physical. It's the shadow box zone. That's your spiritual, and the zone that you don't see all the time with your physical eyes. So but anyway, somebody asking me a question, Braxton Spivey, how is it for you as a black American over there? Well, Braxton, I don't mean to bust you up, but I'm gonna chop, punch you in the chest. I'm not a black American. I know you didn't mean nothing by it, but I gotta be careful on tags and statuses and symbols being placed on my narrative. So you do too, brother. But black American, I would say brown, Asiatic, Aboriginal, all that stuff first, living in America. You know, James Brown made that song, Living in America. He didn't say, I am, you know, he was saying living in America. But it's dope being brown, being a polar opposite of what everything else is. So I get a lot of play over here. I'm telling you, when I get play, I mean, with the police, with so let me share this with you. So I'm at the airport coming in. When you come into Vietnam, they check you again, right? You in long lines and stuff. Like, a line take an hour to get up to show your passport, have them stamp stuff, get you in, right? So I have my Firewatch ID on, some of my credentials on. I keep it on my lanyard, and when I travel overseas, I use that a lot. So I was able to flash it, and the Vietnamese cat actually got me to the diplomatic line where there's no wait. So because I look like this, and because I got a few credentials, which, you know, are my company credentials, they're not government credentials, I was able to, but a Vietnamese person couldn't have done that. So if that answers some of your questions, you know, yeah. But let me answer. So DeVary Greenwood, deprogramming is really hard. Yes, you have to focus on deprogramming. Y'all hit the likes too. Let's get the likes up, and make sure y'all comment on this video. Don't be lazy. Don't be crazy. Hit those comments up after this thing posts so people can see it. But yeah, get the likes up on this because it's 106 viewers, only 65 or 60 thumbs ups or whatever. So let's hit that. But deprogramming is really hard, but that's the critical battleground for reprogramming to take place for you to write your narrative. So first, you spend more time deprogramming and trying to get neutral than anything. Then you can add content on top of that deprogramming once you get to that place where you feel like, oh, I can focus and see a black screen. Your screen might be white, red, purple. I'm just showing you what I use, but yeah, that's the region you want to steer towards. Hopefully, I'm not a specialist at it. I'm just a guy who said, I know I can do this. I can figure out whatever my mind is telling me I need to do. My spirit, whatever you want to call it, mind and spirit is the same thing to me. But that's what I worked on was understanding that you do have to deprogram first because you got too much junk in the trunk to try to program on top of that. That's what happens when you go into a religion. You go into a religion and you go into a religion, right? But you ain't deprogrammed yet. So now what you're doing is putting programming on top of programming on top of programming. That's a bad catalyst right there. I can tell you. That's why people we stuck in the matrix 50 times over because we adding on top of the programming more programming. So it's gonna be best to spend some time deprogramming. Like okay, for example, like say, well, the Lord ain't never let me. Okay, whatever you use and keep using. I always tell y'all that. Don't stop because Major say something. But if you wanted to get the most of the Lord, you would have to go deprogram all the current stuff you got first. Empty out the data banks. Empty out the drives. Empty out all the programming so that you could then get into that clean 100% route. Because other than that, it's just going to be the same catalyst over and over again. You're going to be on a one-way dead-end street residually. Think about going down a one-way dead-end street, how that looks. Going one way this way, and at the end, it's a dead end. And then you're doing that residually. So I'm saying this stuff because I'm here today, and I'm able to say it. I'm able to put my money where my mouth is. I'm here in Vietnam, so y'all know what's up. Like Major, gonna spit the right stuff. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's what's going on over here to now, right this minute. When I get into some more content, I'm gonna try to do something with y'all every day while I'm over here. So be watching for the. If y'all haven't subscribed to my new channel, Major Experience TV, I'm gonna try to populate over there more of this Vietnam videos and lives over there. I was having problems with it, so I got to get it right. But yeah, Braxton, y'all asking me all kind of questions, huh? But Braxton was like, all right, sir, interesting, continue, please. I hope I gave you enough for today, but I'll keep adding in. I'm going to overlay what I'm showing y'all in Vietnam, how things are, how cool stuff is, how bad, it's always good and bad everywhere. You got to balance in the middle. I'm going to try to keep throwing on top of that content the purpose-driven side or the write your own narrative side. I got to weave it into everything because really that's what it's about. Like, it's really about this. Don't matter if you're in America, don't matter if you're in Brazil, don't matter if you whatever. Mind, the body, and the spirit all work the same everywhere you go. So it don't matter where you're from, it matters what you start populating this with. Okay, so somebody asked me, let's see, Gracie, is this place now your permanent residence? Now, I'm going to say this. No place on the planet is my permanent residence, and that's how I look at it. That's a great question because that's a typical, it's not to demean or anything, it's just a typical question that, we would do from American point of view. That's how programmed we are, and ain't nothing wrong with it at all. You're just curious, no place is major's permanent residence because this place ain't permanent to start with. We just all here for a couple of clicks. So I have residents here. We have residents, two here, and a third. That's where we had to do the paperwork on because, over here the families give to their children land and homes and stuff. So right now my wife's mom, actually I didn't get, it wasn't a gift. Had to send some cash for that, but we got a spot in another city that's about plane ride is about an hour. If you try to drive, it's about 12 hours. But it's closer to Winyoung City, which is on the ocean side. So we got a spot there, but it's an old concrete house there that we may tear down at some point and build some. Because over here right now, even though the inflation stuff has gone up, you can still build a brand new concrete house for 40 to 50 grand. And you got to understand though, you're not wasting all this space like you do in America, building all this stuff, using all this wood, using all these extra rooms you don't need. It's like straight up, straight down like this joint. But you might have your balcony on top. So this residence isn't that wide, but the other neighbor's house is there, past this wall. So you're talking about from there to here, it's really not that wide, maybe about literally 40 foot wide on the front, but we can go up as high as we want. So you can have 10 stories up if you want, if you can afford it, but it's not a whole, it's still waste as far as rooms. The rooms are big, but over here it's more about location than anything, because when you're in the main cities, it's like location. That's what makes the price so high. Like I said, over here, houses, land in the city, close to the airport, any big city, is going to be very expensive. But over here, they be paying cash for stuff. I'll get into some of that talk later about how they roll money over here. And we was thinking in America, we really doing some things. Oh, we got it like this and that. Over here, they be dropping cash on stuff. Like, we got some friends that drop like, ain't nothing for them to drop 250K, buy something, or buy a car for $150, because that's what this Audi is, $130 over here. Don't mean it's worth that to us in America, but that's just how much it costs over here. But then on the flip side, you can live for $1,000 a month over here and be doing well. You can make $1,000 a month and be doing great. You don't need 3, 4, 5,000 a month just to break even. You could be doing swell with 1,000 a month, 1,500, something like that, and you living large in that charge. So depends on what's going on with you, what you're expecting. But if you want to go somewhere and like get away from it all, or come live 6 months out of the year and go back to America, and we'll talk some business stuff. Maybe I can help with some recommendations on how you can create some passive income so you can float like this. But it's always going to fall back on how you get your mind deprogrammed, and then how you reprogram it, and then how you keep that flow moving. That's what's going to determine if you can, move around like this. Now, if you already can, that's cool. And maybe you're too scared to come over this way, but the world's a big place, and if you ain't sent it yet, try not to leave here until you do. Try not to. That's my goal. It's like, if they let me get on a plane, I'm going. So I don't care what I got to take care of back home, or like I said, ain't no place really your home. You just renting, so to speak. So just go into everything like it. You don't own nothing. You just get options to use it. That's how I have to narrate. In my narrative, it's like, you don't own it anyway. You just create the options to use whatever you want when you need to use it. That way you don't get so tied down with owning all this stuff all over the world. You don't need to own. If my family over here own it, I own it, so to speak. I got total use of it anytime I want. If my family over here got cars, planes, and trucks and whatever, so do I. So if I invest in that with them, Option City, baby. That's in this part of the world. Now, uh, y'all can. I love Vietnamese food. Um, yeah, Patrick, I'm staying here. Well, not like I said permanently. I'm not staying in Vietnam permanently, but then again, we could if we needed to. So we got some stuff already situated because we got some access to the land out in the village area. Yeah, the birds are cool. Yeah, they all right here. All the birds right here. So, yeah. There's a delivery motorbike. You know, y'all ain't gonna see no UPS or no FedEx. It's gonna your delivery vehicle gonna look like this. You know what I'm saying? So it's some cool stuff I'm gonna show y'all, but I'm gonna get off of here. Jing Chao, in. Jing Chao. Hold on, y'all. Delivery guy is out front, y'all. The delivery guy is out front. Someone deliver something here. Yeah, so um, y'all get a here. I'll get you a peek real quick. Inside, real quick. All right, so that's a peek tour, real quick, and we'll go over some more stuff with houses, show you all the difference between different neighborhoods, different districts. Everything over here is a district. You know, we in District 1, they got District 2. I've lived in District 7, District 11. When you get an apartment over here, it might be like 300 a month, right? Nice apartment. It'd be fully furnished though. You don't have to move nothing. You just put your clothes in there, you there. So it's some cool stuff. I'll tell you. Some cool stuff. Yeah, I know the dollar ain't gonna be strong long, but we're gonna go over some dollar survival stuff, especially if you come overseas. There's some ways to combat that, but yeah, the dollar won't be strong too much longer because the petro dollar is the yuan dollar. I mean, the yuan petro dollar now. So yeah, that's taking place. So you're gonna want to start shielding some of what you got into some hard asset like silver, gold stuff. Just because you're gonna have a little gap between when the old system crashed and when they put the new one in place. But anyway, living abroad is you got to make moves now. You know, whatever you're gonna do, did it. Don't take so long to pull the trigger on stuff. But I think who said Braxton, you're lucky, Mr. Major? I wouldn't call it luck, bro. It's really been, I'm 52 years old, so this ain't my first rodeo. Uh, my whole life though, I've been always wanted to be overseas, go somewhere like what's out there. So that's always stuck with me. But yeah, you're right. If there is such thing as luck, I'm pretty lucky as far as when situations unfold, bad situations. I had that energy about me. I get out of it. It's just the way it is. I know it, and I'm actually confident in that. And so, yeah. So you partly right, but then it's also tact and skill and learning from your mistakes and using mistakes as leverage to gain a better foothold, so you can be in a position where you can move forward. But um, y'all gotta keep pushing. Y'all gotta y'all gotta keep seeing more for yourself. And once you start seeing more, your environment around you will start conforming to what you're seeing up here. So let's not talk about I can't afford it or I don't have the money, blah blah blah. Because if you have that thought, you ain't gonna never get it. That's a whole lesson. I wrote like a manual for myself on my journey, like how to deprogram, how to reprogram, and then also how to feel while you're on the reprogramming side, how to feel the emotion of having. That one's the trick in itself. But you got to have all three parts. And we'll go over that later, but I'm just giving you a little teaser. Somebody remind me on the next live, hey Major, that thing you was talking about, deprogramming, reprogramming, and then how to feel. So it's like, don't action yourself into new feelings. You need to feel your way into new actions. So your feeling connect with your thought energy, and how should I say it? and it actually, I'm lost for words. Jet lag. It actually provokes your environment to correspond with how you're thinking and how you're feeling. This is why we end up getting bad results more often than good, because we say things like, no, man, I don't even want to say it just to tell y'all. I'm going to say this. A lot of people, let me word it so my subconscious don't say that for me. A lot of people say things like, yo, I'm broke right now. I can't make that move. Uh, I ain't got no money. Stuff like that people say. That's not me. You don't have to physically have the money or even physically have look like you got it based on what America tells you that's like. What you gotta have is the knowledge, and then you gotta have the perseverance to stick to your goal, deprogram, reprogram, and then how to feel your way into the things that you want. So like when I wanted to feel like I was driving a brand new Toyota Tundra because I wanted one, I went to the dealership specifically to test drive it. Now at the time, my credit was jacked because of the real estate fiasco 2008. Lost 1.8 mil. Like in about a year, I was done. But anyway, it's a whole nother story. So to get that, but I started understanding stuff then. Now I understand it. So once I drove that truck and I smelled that new truck smell, I felt what it felt. I felt the vehicle in my hands. It allowed me to keep visioning the image of what I wanted. Put a picture on your wall, look at it, and then feel, oh, I drove this truck. That's my truck. I really enjoy driving the truck. It's how you word things to yourself. I really enjoy driving my truck. In that moment, that was my truck. I had control over everything. So I wasn't lying to myself. If you lie to yourself about these things, then your subconscious will say, man, you lying. That ain't real. So you have to trick your subconscious into new actions too. That's a part of your reprogramming phase. You have to trick the actually, you have to trick your subconscious on deprogramming and reprogramming, because it will try to protect you in the state that you're already in. And what that means is if you're in a positive state, it will try to protect you. If you're in a negative state, your subconscious will make your environment conducive to protecting you. So if you always, oh, I'm broke, I ain't got no money, your subconscious is doing what it's supposed to do by making your environment correspond with your belief. So take that in for a minute. That should launch you forward quite a ways by just describing to you that. If your subconscious, if you're going to trick it into new things to get the results you want in this life, you have to constantly feel until you believe that this is what you're doing, and then your subconscious goes, oh, that's the new thing? Yeah, he been doing it long enough, or she been doing it long enough. That's the truth. So I got to make his or her environment conform now to the new thing. But that's why they say forming a new habit takes 30 days or more. That's what they're talking about. It's really about tricking your subconscious into the new thing. Because if the subconscious thinks for 1 minute you're not telling the truth to yourself, it's going to take you back to what your truth is. And if that's always negativity, if that's always dismal results and stuff, this wasn't supposed to turn into a motivational video. But y'all see, I'm waking up a little bit. My eyes are getting a little stronger. I'm telling y'all some stuff that is real, so you can go do what you need to do around here before you get out of this spot. This is how you do it. This is how it's done. You know, if you already got money and you can move around, but you don't, there's a blockage somewhere in here. Maybe you got some money, but you just a little scared to get out there. Well, that's a subconscious thing too. Everything related to that, y'all. You can pray all you want to. You can pray all you want to, but your subconscious is the seat of intellect. Even the Bible talks about the seat of intellect. Okay? I think it's in Psalm somewhere. It's talking about Proverbs 4:7, something about wisdom. With all that getting, get knowledge, get understanding, something to that effect. I'm rusty, but you know what I'm saying. So the seat of intellect is the place that you have to deprogram, reprogram, because that's the one that controls your surroundings at all times. So I hope this has helped y'all. It's helping me regurgitate stuff that I already know, because that's how you grow. That's how you get the good yields from your farming escapades in the spiritual plane and in the mental. Then to the physical is by throwing out the good seeds and letting them grow. So I'm glad this is helping. Before y'all invest in a whole bunch of stuff, make sure you invest in yourself first. Cars, things that could be attained at any time, but invest in yourself first. Make sure you feel like $1 million inside, right? Once you do that long enough, the rest of it just comes. What they call it, the law of attraction thing. That's basically what that is, I guess. That's the only words I can use to speak about, so y'all know kind of what I'm talking about, that law of attraction thing. Yeah, you can do the same thing, brother. It's all about sticking to the basic narrative, and then you stair step it up. Don't try to do all this stuff at one time. It's taken me over 10 years, my whole life actually, to get here, but I really started seeing and seeing how this was woven maybe 8 years ago. Okay, I went through my phases. First it was panic, like I got to start prepping, I got to prepare. Oh man, 10 years ago they was talking about this stuff. So I'm prep. Before that it was people prepping for 30 years before I started prepping. But that's what got me lit and kept me up at night getting information. All of it was not to just be prepared with a bunch of stuff. It was really about being prepared, how to combat things from a higher plane. What's that old saying you used to say in school? Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me. That's a mind play. That's what that is. That's a mind play. That's straight up. The only way sticks and stones can break your bones, that's the physical, but words can never hurt me. Because up here, you get to decide whether or not the thought of the word hurt me or I don't care is your reality. This thing is powerful, yo. I'm in Vietnam. Y'all know how I do, man. I ramble. Supposed to be showing y'all the sights and stuff. Yo, y'all seen enough. What I'm saying is the central thing gonna be, all the lives are stemming from is my journey. So anything y'all see forward, that's representation of my projection of my narrative coming back in reality to me. Yo, that's big right there, what I just said. Like, that's a mouthful right there with my crooked glasses. But for real, y'all, that's what's going on. And I want y'all to know that from the bottom of my heart. Like, it's not necessary for any of us to not be. And let me just interject this real quick. Now I'm going to get off here. Because we in that American mindset, that's the catalyst for opportunity in reverse. We think opportunity looks like they show us in America. That's all we can see. And when we go somewhere else in the world, we're like, oh man, this is bunk. That don't look like what I don't like. I ain't eating that food. I ain't getting on that motorcycle. I ain't riding no horse. I ain't all stuff you ain't gonna do. But that's based off of programming only. So your life up until now, just like mine, it's all programming. If you're not in the place you want to be in, it's because somebody else who stole your narrative and gave you theirs is taking all the cream off the top and leaving you with the at the bottom. So that's why I'm on y'all about we gotta reverse that. It don't take but a handful of us to do this. Well, Beto D said everywhere is expensive. Look, I'm talking about some things that those words that are programming your thoughts don't have relevance to. Like, so expensive don't mean nothing to me no more. Because when I buy something, one of my tactics to overcome that programming was always when I pay for something, I have a thought that goes along with my purchase. And my thought is this: wow, I so much enjoy buying this. Oh my goodness, I can just do this right now and it's done. When I tell myself the truth at the point of purchase, it builds up memory for my subconscious conscious to work off of, where my subconscious says, yo, he really does enjoy doing this. So now my environment around me got to be conducive to my thoughts and my wishes, right? It's got to allow me to keep being able to purchase what I want to purchase when I want it, because I feel a certain way about when I purchase. But you got to know to train yourself at all these different intervals to get the results eventually, and don't give up. It don't happen overnight. This ain't no lotto thing, man. This ain't no slot machine play. This is consistent working at it. This is consistent putting in the work. Yo, I hope this live just revolutionize. Don't worry about all this bad. The, the world gonna end tomorrow. Look, y'all see me. I got on a plane. I flew 22 hours. Other side of the world, so they tell us. And I'm here. But if I, well, what if the thing go off and I'm in the wrong place at the wrong time? Okay, then you stuck where you at. What if the economy about to collapse? Then you gonna keep being stuck where you at. What if somebody gonna steal all my stuff while I'm gone? Then you gonna keep being stuck where you at. Man, my thoughts was like, wherever I go, I got the same access to the options. All the stuff you could ever want to own, don't need to own it. You need to have options of use. That's it. Forget about that titles and paperwork bullcrap, because when you pass on, all that ain't gonna mean nothing anyway. Your children gonna be fighting over it. People gonna be getting worse off in life because of all the stuff you left. They gonna fight over. So that's why y'all can't get angry at billionaires when, thanks, honey, when they say they don't leave their children anything. That's why. So, but look, y'all, I'm gonna hit y'all back again tomorrow. I gotta get off here. It's a Nelly song. It's getting hot in here. Major, don't take off all your clothes. I ain't gonna take off my clothes, but I'm gonna get in here with the family, chill, and I'll be coming at you in a minute. It's my whatever time, which way I'm coming from. I'm gonna try to hit y'all like around 8 or so, 9. But I wanted to get that to y'all so we can start these feeds off on the right foot. I don't know why that's a saying, but I guess you got to take one step after another. So you do want to be starting on the right foot. James Brown would say, "Go on the good foot." You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's a bad example of James Brown. But I'm a little hoarse. But look, y'all, I appreciate y'all. Louis, Devery. I hope I'm pronouncing. Live your life. That's dope. Moon Goddess 777. Shout out to all of y'all. If I didn't mention your name, your fake name, your funny in the funny paper name, I'll hit you on the next one. I'm getting hot. I see I'm getting sweaty. Or coming soon. So keep them keep that notification button on. If you ain't getting the notifications, turn it off, turn it back on. Like this thing, come back and make some comments right after this post. Don't go to sleep yet. Post them quick, powerful comments y'all got. And then I appreciate y'all. Major will see you in a hot second. So be ready for these lives. I'm going to be showing y'all some stuff you didn't know was hidden out there. All right, y'all. Until the next, this is Major signing off for another kind of cool video. Peace.